My name is Jorgie with PLCculture.com. Hi, Paula. Hi, Allie. So good to see
Hi.
you guys. Yeah, so I'm so excited to talk with you guys today. You know, it's kind of funny. I'm a college student and I covered Inside Out 2 right after finals in the winter. And then
Oh,
finals
I love
is next week now. So I love that this kind of follows.
it.
Um,
Perfect.
yeah. And one thing I've been obsessed with this year is like the emotions of fictional characters' heads. But this show got me wondering, like, what fictional character would you want to see their dreams of? Like, I really want to know what Darth Vader's dreams are like.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
one.
characters' dreams.
Actors'
Wow.
dreams. Ooh, that's such a good one.
I, I mean, I'm such a Groot fan, Baby Groot. I feel like Baby Groot would just be in this whole like mini world with like mini food, and he'd be dancing all crazy, and it'd be like a beautiful like landscape. I don't know, Baby Groot's dreams.
I love that. I'd love to see Anger's dreams from Inside Out, just because I wonder if Anger's dreams are actually kind of peaceful and sweet, like just him
Yeah.
laying with a puppy on a bed and just
Oh,
like being
that's
happy. And then he
good.
just wakes up and his nature is just, he can't help but when he's awake, he's annoyed by everything. Maybe that's why he's so angry, because he has to wake up. He doesn't want to wake up.
I love it. That's the next spinoff. It's just all these different Disney character dreams.
Yes,
And
that's good.
I wanted to know, like, what emotions did you feel when you find out this show is happening? Because we all know Inside Out's huge. How did that feel?
I was thrilled to be asked to even do the small part I did in the Inside Out original film. I was so thrilled because I just worship those guys and just think that
Yeah.
all this whole team they're just beyond. And having most of my career been writing, that's not correct English, but I'm a writer, I swear. Most of this career been writing.
It made sense to me.
You were like, yes, I understand.
yes.
I
But-
totally understood.
Yeah, but I really, really was thrilled and could not believe it. I really, like when they said, we're going to do a show as kind of like a spinoff of your character in the Dream Factory. And I was like, what? Like, I really could not believe they were doing it. I thought it was a prank. I thought my wife had like paid them to do some kind of prank on me that was going to finish, and then we go to the premiere and they're like, this is a birthday party. This isn't even your...
The longest
Yeah,
prank
the
of all time.
longest prank on earth.
Wow, so you had a daydream about the dream show.
Yeah, exactly.
How about for you, Allie?
Oh, I mean, just thrilled, ecstatic. Just feels like a dream where you're like, is this really real? Similarly, like, is this a prank? Is this real? I mean, I have just such incredible memories about this movie. Just, the goofball island of it all. Just, it's like there's so many emotional moments to this that just stick with you. It kind of like, this movie like raised me in a sense and raised so many people. So it feels like a dream, and we're still in it.
I know. And it especially feels very sweet to me, Amy being one of my dearest, oldest friends, and
Yeah.
worked with her for so many years. And for her to be such a deep part of the fabric of it is really sweet to me. And Maya. I mean, Maya is my boss in this movie, and she's so funny and so good. And
She's so funny in this. I mean, in everything.
so good.
Truly
Perfect.
everything.
Stop it. Stop being perfect, Maya.
Stop it.
Oh my gosh, I love it. And you spoke about your career as a writer, and like, I love how this series is kind of like a Hollywood workplace comedy, at least the way I see it. So I wanted to know if there was a Paula, like, mentor figure in your life, and who was that for you?
Oh, Paula in my life. Well,
Yeah.
one of my Paulas was probably Lorne Michaels, because he, hired me on SNL many, many, many years ago, and I came in and just really didn't know what I was doing, and he said, "Well, you'll figure it out." Like, that was his. He saw something in me and trusted it, and took me on to work at this iconic place that I was obsessed with growing up, and tape recorded every episode when I was little and pre-VCR. VCR was a thing that used to record things. I know that nobody knows that.
I know what it is.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I've had plenty of those kind of mentors in my life, great theater directors when I was growing up in high school and college that just really knew what they were doing, but also some of them stuck to what they thought was the traditional way to do it, like she does, and then they had to learn to kind of loosen up and look at the youngins and go, what are the youngins doing? I guess I got to check it out.
What are the youngins doing?
Alrighty, thank you guys so much. Sadly, that is my time, but it was a pleasure to meet you, and congrats on the series.
Awesome, thank you.
Congrats on being a college student.
Yeah, good luck on
thank you so
finals.
much.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Jorgie from POC Culture. So good to speak with you guys.
Hi.
It's funny. Hi, I'm a college student, and I actually did interviews for Inside Out 2 right after finals, and then this is the week before finals.
What are you doing?
What are you dreaming about?
This feels like we're in a dream of yours.
Yeah.
It was finals, but I was doing interviews. And...
Yeah, everyone's minds on campus is just like a dream production set.
Yeah.
You three have worked on a lot of stuff I grew up loving, like Up and Brave, but also like Valerie, my favorite is probably Mater's Tall Tales. So I wanted to ask you guys first, like, what fictional character would you like to see inside their dreams? We could start with you, Austin.
I think it'd be fun to see in the mind of maybe...
Of the other Pixar characters? Is that what you mean?
Sure, or anyone you want. I think about Darth Vader's mind all the time.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. Does he have Anakin dreams and Darth Vader dreams, nightmares? And I'll go with that.
Yeah, awesome. And I wanted to ask you too, with like this show being, a Hollywood workplace comedy type of show, because like I was laughing at so many of the jokes, like that's so relatable. Were there any stories from your guys' careers that you drew from in producing the show or directing your episodes?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if it's like a one for one, but I do. I always relate to Paula and Xeni in the sense of like, Xeni feels more like how you are when you're an art or film student, or I remember being around a lot of people like that, like, I know what a good movie is, and this is not a good movie. Hypercritical, he's got his vision of what it should be, and it should not be what Paula's doing. And then Paula sort of represents like, well, but I want to make things that are fun and entertaining, and isn't that okay? Like, I'm gonna make a buck off this, not as in the right, but like just I wanna keep her happy. And I think that there's sort of two sides of us as artists and filmmakers, and I think like that parallel was fun. Really cool.
I know our series director Mike Jones had drawn on directors, kind of spoiled directors who maybe bring their pets to set, and that's where Mel comes from. Paula's dog Mel, of like, wow, that dog makes a very difficult life already harder, by like messing around on set and stuff.
And then I think just the beautiful chaos of making something in the moment where it's live, the cameras are rolling, and all this stuff is going on behind the scenes that you don't see, but it's just that collaboration. So I think we drew a lot on how we all collaborated together, but then those of us who've worked in live action as well collaborated on set, and you thrive in that. When it's working.
Yeah, I totally understand with like in-person junkets. I know it's not the same as like on set, but with how hectic it is, I could kind of like understand that. And I love this mentor dynamic that we have with Paula and Janelle on the show. So I wanted to know if you three had Paula in your career life, and who was that for you?
Good question.
Yeah, I think I've had a lot of Paulas, but I don't know if they were as irrelevant as she was
Yeah.
in the beginning. I mean, I think they were
Right.
they were more relevant. Yes.
Yeah, I know, because I try to think of like, did they try to put me down? No.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
because
guess I'm at the early part of the dynamic.
Yeah.
yeah, and we have built-in mentors in the sense of like, Pete Docter and Dan Scanlon and Jonas.
Yeah.
They were like our executive producers, and Pete and Jonas having made Inside Out, coming in a mentor kind of way in a sense, like, or
I think each director you work with holds you down in their own way.
No.
I love getting the inside scoop. I love how, like starting the show, we find out that like Paula, she really holds on to like joy and infusing joy into all of her dreams. And so I was kind of wondering for you guys, like, how have you like held on to joy in this industry to kind of like push forward and keep that going for you?
That's a great question.
I think we have a dream job. Like, we have a very, it's such a privilege to be able to make art that people see. I think whether it's a movie or anything, if you can express yourself and work with great collaborators and people see it and to hear responses, like that is joy. That's like a joy, self-sustaining system right there.
I think my like daydream directors have always been like hyperactive, so that's helpful in my head. The sense that like being able to like, okay, I have to do a job, but also I let myself just sort of creatively check out and be like, well, what if it's this?
I've been in meetings. It's true. This happens.
And then be like, pieces are coming together. Maybe it's this. I mean, I think it's funny because I think we were developing Xeni and Daydreams. I'm like, that's what my brain's doing in a story meeting. Like I'm just sort of imagining things out and visualizing it, and piecing it together. And I think part of like the joy you maintain in doing creative work is letting your mind be creative in that way. You know, knowing when to shut these other things down and let yourself be in that headspace.
Yeah. I just felt such joy coming to work and being able to make this every day. It was such a privilege. But the chemistry that we built within the crew really just fed that excitement. And I don't think we think about it, what it will look like when it's out in the world, how people will... I mean, it's surprising. It always surprises me of like, right, this is the life that we lived for the past 3 or 4 years, right? Day in, day out, making this every frame. And then to speak to people who've seen it and feel from it or react to it is like this extra huge bonus.
Yeah, we're really lucky. The day I come in and I'm like, we're making the cake dress?
It's happening.
It's not a bad job when that's what you're talking about. There was an old Pixar animator, Glenn McQueen, who used to say that working at Pixar was like having a winning poker hand and sitting on it for 4 years and just being like, oh, you have no idea. And then finally being able to lay it out. So I think just that is,